Hey guys, what's up? What's new? Welcome back to our channel. And if you're new to the channel, then welcome. I'm Anna. Today we have a very cool and interesting topic, especially if you're a young person, not married, and searching. We're gonna learn some slang, dating/online dating slang in particular. I know some people don't like slang words, but they exist. People use them. You can hear them in movies and vlogs, and since it's the era of social media, you will come across them on posts. So it's useful to know them even if you don't have the intention of using them. And the reason I said some slang is because there's just so many slang words and new ones are constantly appearing. So if you want to be up to date with new slang, you gotta keep an eye on this. I did my research and these are among the most popular slang words in 2020. I'll link my sources in the description. So let's get into it. The first word would be MANICORN. It's like a unicorn. It's a mythical male that women dream about. He's perfect, supportive and understanding, rich, and at the same time he has time for her. He can be anything, and it differs from woman to woman. But he doesn't exist. Nobody's perfect. That's why he's called MANICORN. This is a term that some women might use when they talk about men, especially if they haven't found their significant other yet. Situationship. People call a situationship a type of relationship when people are somewhat dating or at least seeing each other in some capacity. They are more than friends but without commitments, like no strings attached, and they usually don't talk about it. A type of a relationship that is undefined, just this kind of situation. Love bombing. This is a manipulative tactic, a type of psychological manipulation when one person in the beginning stage of a relationship with another shows overwhelming love, affection, and admiration for another in order to gain control and influence their behavior. This might feel good at the beginning. They lavish you with gifts. They can't stop complimenting you. They bombard you with phone calls and texts. They want your undivided attention and they get upset when you place boundaries. Hoovering. So, hoover is a slang term for a vacuum cleaner. This term is used a lot by psychologists and life and relationship coaches. According to Dr. Romani, who has a YouTube channel, when you end your relationship with a narcissist, those kind of relationships with a narcissist are based on emotional abuse. In a nutshell, not good relationships. They might try to suck you back in like a vacuum cleaner using some manipulation techniques, and that's where this term comes from. Stashing. Stashing is an unpleasant thing. An example would be a time when you're dating someone, for instance, even for a couple of months, and they are happy to spend time with you and be with you one-on-one, but they never introduce you to their friends and family. They're hiding you. Tuning. Tuning is when one person in a relationship, usually a guy, is showing you that he likes you but hasn't made a move yet, meaning he hasn't made your relationship official yet. It's like a flirting stage before a relationship. Now, this is for girls. Normally, when a guy likes you and wants to have a relationship with you, he will tell you pretty soon. But if he doesn't have any intention of dating you, this tuning phase may last long. Slow fade. This term is used to describe a process when people in a relationship are slowly drifting apart from each other, or only one person may pull away from the other, which eventually leads to a breakup, the end of the relationship. It's also applicable to your potential date. If you had a couple of dates and then you start noticing that your prospect becomes less available, canceling plans on you, and in general gradually stops hanging out with you, you can call this slow fade. They're slowly fading out of your life. Curving. When someone curves you, they'll occasionally respond to your texts like a couple of days later, but they won't actually commit to meeting up and they bat away any attempts to define your relationship. It can stretch on for weeks or even months. Ghosting. Ghosting is when someone, whether it be a friend or someone you're dating, disappears from your life without any explanation. It can be very painful, offensive, and unpleasant thing that only cowards do. Caspering. Caspering comes from the fictional friendly ghost Casper, and it's a friendly form of ghosting. Basically, instead of disappearing without any explanation, you're honest and you let a person know how you feel before disappearing. Breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing is a manipulative tactic that people use to lead other people on, to keep their interest in them by sending flirtatious texts, even calling or making plans without any serious intention. It's like they're feeding them false promises, but in reality fooling them just to make sure that they are still into them. Some sort of a sick game. Benching. Benching means to keep someone as a backup plan just in case someone better comes along. People might be seeing each other, but they might never discuss if they are exclusive or not, because one of them, just like in sports, is keeping you on the bench as a reserve player. Paperclipping. And I found a quote of an illustrator, Samantha Rothenberg, that describes this yet another annoying dating term very well. To me, paperclipping is when someone has you on the back burner and feels like you're about to go cold. They'll reach out, not in an attempt to see you or move things forward, but to restoke the flame and make sure you're still an option. And apparently, it has to do something with the Microsoft Word icon Clippy. Catfishing. Catfishing is the act of pretending someone you're not online in order to lure someone you've never met into a relationship, an online relationship. Those people steal someone else's photos and personal information to create their fake identities, and their ultimate goal is usually to get money from their victim. Unfortunately, it happens all the time. It's a scam. Kittenfishing. Kittenfishing is a light version of catfishing. People who kittenfish lie about themselves online. They may use outdated or heavily edited photos, or they may lie about their age, interests, and accomplishments to seem more appealing. They're painting a much prettier picture of themselves on dating apps than what they are in real life. Haunting. Haunting is directly related to social media. It's when a person disappears from your life, when you've been ghosted, and then over some time, you might notice that they watch your Instagram stories out of nowhere, for instance. It may continue even for years, and for some people, apparently, it might seem eerie. Orbiting. Orbiting is another term that has appeared thanks to social media. This is a phenomenon when a person doesn't communicate with you directly after cutting off all meaningful communication with you, but continues to engage with your social media, liking all of your pictures, for instance. And I can see how in this day and age it might be disturbing and confusing for someone. What if I told you that you can level up your English significantly and speak English a lot better and more confidently in just 3 months and for free? Sounds amazing, right? Well, it's possible thanks to the sponsor of today's video, an online language school, Lingoda, that has been our partner for a long time now. They're holding yet another language sprint that starts on September 23rd, 2020 and lasts for 3 months. Depending on your sprint, you can get 100% cashback or a 50% cashback. Who's it for? It's for people who really want to improve their English, who need a flexible schedule because on Lingoda you can learn day or night anytime that is suitable for you. For people who want to learn from qualified native speaking teachers and small groups. They have their proven methods, and I actually got many letters from people that were satisfied with the results and got their 100% cashback. So I think that's amazing. Not only do you get knowledge, but it can also be done for free. And you get free access to the Cambridge Online Speaking Test. You can join the sprint in English, German, French, Spanish, and Business English. And the level of your English doesn't matter. You'll find appropriate courses for your level. The places in the sprint are limited, so make sure to sign up before September 18th. Furthermore, with this discount code, which you will also find in the video description, you'll get a €10 discount on your first month. So don't miss out on this opportunity. And continuing with our online dating terms, R-bombing. R-bombing refers to a single incident of being ignored by your love interest. It's when you know that a person has seen your message but hasn't responded to it. Zombieing. Zombies are coming. They want to eat your brains. According to the Elite Daily and Sophia Kurcher, it's when a person disappeared from your life out of nowhere and then popped back up with a text or a like on social media, essentially coming back from the dead. Well, that is it for this video. I hope it was interesting. If that was the case, thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe if you aren't yet, and click that notification icon if you want to be notified of our future videos. Until the next one.